Hi guys, welcome back to TNE. It is now round 5, the final round of Swiss. So, in this case, they're most likely a bunch of winning in players vying for the top 8. And the matchup, I will have to wait for production. And okay, this is the matchup we have. It's Gold47 versus Applechips. Applechips is on Feln Heroes versus Gold47's Ricano. Who else? One of the two boogeymen of the format. So Gold is going to come out swinging, literally swinging, with that Lunar Claw takes out the Uncountable. That's still a real card. I still remember spoiler season. And in the meantime, Applechips still has to contend with this Yeti Ambassador that, hey, Yeti Ambassador drew 2 cards unless Applechips wants to go after Valise with this Torch and the last of the Lunar Claw.
They might need to do that. So sorry.
Welcome back.
I'm
Theo.
back. I'm back. Yeah. This might have to happen. This Torch into Lunar Claw because this release is going to be a.
Well, the Lunar Claw already went after the Ambassador, so the Valise sticks.
Yeah.
And out comes Helena. There's no way she contracts here. Okay,
yeah,
just the Helena.
So you can play an Uncountable plus an Edict this turn. Might be the best option. This actually notably holds up the Obstructive Flicker. Not that Chips knows that there's a torch in their hand, but that would be quite the blowout.
Well, the main deck, Edict of Makar. Oof. Okay, take 4, drop the Uncountable, because what else is new? And then, then the rest is just hold up the call to hit, because what else do you need it for?
Ooh, a Furious Magnet Ventures off the top. So that's for sure the play here. Potentially even sending the 1.
No, could go after the Uncountable with the Varbuk.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. Your opponent has things you can kill them. Kill those things and kill the opponent.
Honestly, I still think that Varbuk killing a multi-faction units is kind of unbelievable.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty narrow use case because in Expedition, don't play the multi-faction units if you can avoid it. And in Throne, well, how often do you run across Ricano? And from my experience playing Ricano in Throne, it's just not there. Because ultimately, you still have to just get there by doing fair things, such as playing units that do damage, and then the removal suite is just kind of eh. It was never great, but if you can't torch something, then you're kind of stuck.
So Chips is gonna take the block. That I think you just kind of gotta block with, even though you get a nice double block potentially next turn on the I still think the jump down to 5 against a deck that potentially could draw power into Phoenix. Isn't exactly a great place to be. Although they do have an Obstructive Flicker. Maybe that's the reason why they decided to do that. I think that, like, for example, this turn, they can play the Rat and not contract so that they can play around the Phoenix, but not contract. I mean,
use the ability.
Use the ability to sacrifice, exactly. Oh, what is?
Okay, so Chips is going for the card draw. It has to ditch something. I think. Oh, I don't know. This is a tough one.
Okay. They decided to ditch. Oh, it's a double card draw. That's why. Definitely good reason to go for it. Also, notably, this also takes out the armor, so the Fierce Magnet Ventures is for sure less good. The
So
Varbuck though, the Varbuck here is gonna be lethal. That's
yeah,
lethal.
yeah, Varbuck's lethal.
All right.
Double Varbuck.
And yeah.
That's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes your opponent draws the nuts. And gold 47? 47 is
Yep.
is up 1-0 series. We're gonna move on to game 2 in a moment there. I don't know. Like, I get that the deck is definitely as a deck that's sort of like under the radar. Feln is actually pretty good. Like, it is like it has some like minor synergies here and there. Like Iadra is a beast. Like
Oh
that
yeah,
card is
yeah,
disgusting, right?
Iadria Flicker and Expedition. When your opponent's trying to play a fair game and you have Iadria on the board, they're just so sad.
They are, yeah. But I still think that potentially the matchup against Rakano is potentially not that good, right?
Well, yeah, Varbuck is just kind of a nightmare in this. Oh, you played Iadra, kill your 4-drop with my 4-drop, smack you in the
Yeah.
face.
All right, and then this it's coming down. The dasher comes down, and oh, they're just gonna get the spicy attack, and Chip takes the block. I mean,
well, yeah, you know, you're not.
Oh, do you
If your
play
opponent's
this? Yeah, do you play this ambassador into? Actually, I think you skip. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you skip. I like it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, not often
I don't
you
think
see
you're gonna
Zito just played as a tactic, but
a tactic that draws one card. Ooh,
right.
spicy. But also I think that the discard it's just not as good against aggro decks, right? You're just not going to get as much value out of it because your opponent, there's only so many cards you can play in the run of a game when in an aggro against an aggro deck, right? They can only play so many cards, so they're just going to discard a card that they're most likely not going to play.
Right, but that's true. But at the same time, there's also the idea that if you get like an aggro deck needs its cards the most because once it's out of gas, it's out of gas. So if you can get more cards out of their hand, then there's something to say about that. But instead,
Why didn't you
Gold
why didn't they
47 is
attack
just
with the 1/1? Are
just
they
not
they're planning
going.
on chumping? I guess they're planning on chumping a charge unit of some kind, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's correct to just hold it back the 1/1.
So Gold 47 electing not to go after this Yeti ambassador, instead opting to develop their board. And that is really biting them right now because Applechips is just popping off.
Yeah, there's a lot of card draw in Chip's future. They're looking for okay, they got it. They got the second one. I actually think they're gonna play once again. Okay, they're just gonna kill. Yeah, that's probably fine too. I thought they might have played the Zito and not contracted again, so they could play it Azure next turn, but we'll see.
Cheap hero is a cheap hero, and then you swing once with the Magnum Ventress. I take 6. Who cares?
This release next turn is actually pretty spicy with the double wump attack.
The double plunk.
Yeah.
Whoa! Exactly. Discarding the edict. Discarding the only way to deal with the ambassador.
The rest of the cards are pretty good. I don't know. It's not a play I would have made as hastily as what Gold 47 is, but I don't necessarily disagree with it.
And
okay, so this is Iadria plus Plunk is also disgusting. If you haven't
Valor plus
heard,
means you can't block them no matter what.
Yeah.
Unless it's with a deadly unit.
Right. Yeah, they're. Yeah, Edger is that disgusting. Gold47. Yeah, that's not a real card. Okay, they do go after the flyer. I think that was correct. I think that flying is all that matters right now for them. Okay. All right. So that's what's it called, a hit off the top that will deal with the flyer potentially. They can still attack into this. Pretty nice. I guess they're probably gonna play Valise for combat.
So you actually on the table
Ooh.
already.
It's actually a pretty good time in order to get the Zito in there with probably two known like good cards in their hand.
So, okay, if you go for Valise here, you're going shields down. So instead, Applechips is going to contract the Zito, and ouch, taking one of these chargers. So Varbuk is the ditch. Gold47 leaning on that Phoenix. So Chip's going to take that debt. Ultimately, 2 debt for the turn. And then, okay, Phoenix, smack.
Yeah, geez, this is getting pretty sketchy from Chips' side.
So yeah, Rat King is just going to take the Phoenix out.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely must. He's at 6 life. Can't take another hit from the Phoenix. So just, yep. Send Zito back. Take out Phoenix. Jam. Drop the Valise, because that way the Magniventress can't even block if the 2 plunks come in.
That. So the 2
or just win with the whole board, except for the Ambassador.
So, So, Gold47 still has outs here to okay, they're gonna draw at least one. They're gonna draw 2 cards. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, another Phoenix or a charge unit of any kind, like a flying. Like
nope.
Not any kind.
That isn't doing it.
That is not doing it, and gonna be a 1-1 match between Gold47 and Chips.
And Marvin the Imp with the raid as of delay time ago. Thank you so much. So heading into game 3.
Heading into game 3, sure.
Basically, I think the most important card for Chips to pick up here is the Flickers, because that just deals with the Phoenix so cleanly. Hand of Plunk, Edict, Eadria, 2 Eadrias. I love this hand. I love this hand from Chips.
Yeah, just got the turn 2 Plunk and the Aja. It's also got an Edict, which is the matchup for Edict. Just a very solid hand from Chips. Right.
So what is Gold47 looking at? So Gold47 also very solid hand. 3 power, both influences. 2-drop, 3-drop. Oh, and the Sire's Eyes for potentially a 4-drop. So you can't pass that.
Okay.
So Chips is on the board first with a plunk. And the Edict of Shavka is going to deal with that plunk. Out comes the Rat King, or batteries for those in the know. And so, which way are we going? Are we going with the train, or are we going with the 4-3? Okay, we're going with the 4-3. From that carnivorous yearling. So that cuts off the rat's abilities to attack. The Rat King, probably don't want to throw him in there. So if you're Applechips, you don't need to blow the edict, and you don't need to trade in with the Rat King because Iadria will effectively. Okay, so Applechips essentially decides to be power efficient, knows the Iadria is coming next turn, and goes after the carnivorous yearling with the Edict of Makar. Out comes the Furious Magniventress. And now out comes the Iadria.
Yeah. Yeah, they can attack. This is a fine attack. Yeah.
Chips away at the armor.
You can block this, and it'll go to one attack, and it'll still block. And yeah, it was definitely correct to not block there. And another Magniventress comes down, of course. And that's a yikes for sure. It's.
Oh no!
Oh no! That's I just so busted.
Yeah, that's Iadria gonna do Iadria things.
Yep. And yeah, it's just a strong answer against Magniventress for sure. Maybe I underrated this deck versus Magniventress type decks, including Arcana, like just a busted card against Magniventress.
Well, I mean, basically, the problem with the Felon deck is if you don't if you don't stick one of your threats that run away with the game, either the Ambassador or the Iadria, you're just, what are you doing?
Plunk and Rat King and I don't know, you have Valise, like.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing decent cards, but not spectacular ones. And then against Control, I mean, it's the plunk and then the flickers, and then what else are you doing? Well, not exactly a bunch of noteworthy things. You're not doing noteworthy things against Control either. So ultimately, this was a game that Iadria stuck because Gold didn't draw Varbok, and then Gold just has a bunch of 1 and 2 drops. So, can't really attack. No good attacks. No great blocks. It's just Iadria being Iadria. And just making the game an overall miserable experience.
I mean, it is a 4-cost 3/4 that has double influence. It's got to be powerful in some way. Like,
right.
Yeah, I don't think it's busted for sure, but it is kind of a hard card to play around for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you
gotta be
Iadria. When it comes to busted cards, a 3/4 that essentially has you pass your turn, that costs 4 and double influence. That's just you have to get paid in some way.
Oh man, this obstructive flicker though. Like if they decide to attack with anything more than this 3/1, and even if they just attack with the 3/1, it's going to be quite and
now the Rat King works with the Iadria to sacrifice the rat, kill the Styre's Eyes.
So if they pump with the Styre's Eyes, that kills the flyer, right?
Yes, but they can't because if they play the Styre's Eyes, they have no card to discard.
Well, yeah, I mean next turn, but yeah. Okay, they're gonna just kill the, and they're just gonna attack with the age. Like there's no way they can block both. They can just swing with everything exactly. And then this plunk into Zito to get rid of the last card in their hand is just not. it's not great. It's not great for Gold47.
Right.
I think that they're probably out of this game.
Yeah, this is just Rat King or Yadria. You're playing a bunch of X1s, and your opponent has all the cards in the world to deal with X1s. So. And ultimately, Chips is going to just smash in. This Yadra is going to reduce this Magnum Ventress attack down to 1.
They have to block because otherwise they die. But it's not a great place to be in. I think that Chips is going to be 4-1 in this tournament. Locking themselves up for top 8. I think they're probably locked up for top 8 anyway, but
yeah, so Gold47 just torches their own face.
Yep. Honorable Sudoku.
Yep.
So that means that Chips now moves to 4-1. Right now we have Game Grump at 4-0, Lights Out Ace at 4-0, Spiff at 3-1, Croge at 3-1, Collector at 3-1, Gold47 at 3-2 now, and Chips at 4-1, Bergen at 3-1. So we have LOA for sure in the top 8. I mean, we don't know. They probably played against each other, right? Game Grump versus Lights Out Ace, but okay, so it's A Boss versus. Wait. Oh yeah. A Boss versus Zamet.
Okay, and new match. A Boss versus. Oh, it's a Huru control mirror. Oh boy. Are we going to decking again? New beginning checks for obstructive flicker.
Yeah. Of course, another TJP mirror. Yeah. When was the last time that Control was this good in a format, I wonder? I guess Dixon was like won Worlds 2 years ago.
Hard to say. Direwolf has been kind of relentlessly going after control decks. If they popped up in Throne. If they pop up in Expedition, then just add cards to the format to make them not so good.
Yeah, but they added 8 of the Huru.
Right. That decision was something they might want back.
Yeah, I would have had my time back. But yeah, that was the thing. Let's see. So, I don't know how that matchup was going. I don't know what the
Okay. What is this poker chips noise?
Okay. Yeah. We'll have to figure that out. Let's
I unplugged.
Okay, so that's gonna be the end of the round, and we will figure out what's wrong with Ilya's mic. We're sorry about that in chat. I honestly didn't hear it until you guys said it. Lol. But yeah, that was the end of the round, and we're gonna cut to the top 8. That was actually the end of the Swiss rounds, and we'll give you guys a top 8 in a
See you
few
soon.
minutes.